First time I saw Jaden, I was like, damn, I look good. Like, I look fly. Like, I look really good. I love the way that this character looks.
For prosthetics, makeup, and myself, the hair department, it's a close-knit relationship.
There's a lot of crossovers with prosthetics and regular makeup. Usually the rendering comes from the design of the prosthetic, and then we figure out where we fall in to help out with the look. For example, like Jaden, he's a Klingon, and Klingons usually have the facial hair. So Brandy, that department, they do an amazing job on his prosthetic. Then Ryan will add the wig, and then we tie in the facial hair and his regular makeup at the end. So it's usually a 3-trailer process for him.
Jaden was a cool one to kind of create, just playing with textures, right? Because, you know, he's an actor of color. So for me, it's about being true to what his hair would be. So the dreadlocks and different versions and styles, we really leaned hard into that.
Being in prosthetics is not for the weak, my friend. It's hard, it really is, because in the beginning it took like 5 to 6 hours every single day to do like the whole look. You know, I'm waking up at 1 a.m. But I have the most incredible team around me. I love them so much. They have helped reduce this process down from like 5 to 6 hours in the beginning to like now my prosthetics, they do in an hour. They've really worked really hard to make this process as seamless and efficient as it can possibly be. So I'm so thankful for this team. They're awesome.
Let's have some fun.
I remember the first time I ever put the prosthetics on. That was the first moment through this whole process where I was like, oh, this is what I'm doing right now. I had never worn prosthetics like that before for any other job, and putting them on made Genesis very real for me.
With Genesis, she has to go to prosthetics first, but then she could go to either makeup or hair. That's not as strict as like the Jaden process.
It was a whole frantic thing. I had to glue 4 different pieces onto my face, and it took almost 3 hours to put on and do all the makeup. My prosthetics team made this experience a million times better than anything I ever could have imagined. I love them so much.
Come on, who are you kidding? It was always gonna be me in this chair.
I think actually let me have a fair amount of say in it. There were lots of things I thought about him. I mean, his face is scarred. In a way, that was my idea, because I thought maybe he's vagabonded around the galaxy and maybe he lived with a culture that sort of ritually scarred him. He's got the tattoos in his neck from being in prison. He's kind of just an accumulation of things from this vagabondish life. But the gold tooth and stuff, they were game for all of that, which was great.
Paul Giamatti, he had a really cool hairstyle, and the challenge for me was the X and O design on the side of his hair. You know, how are we gonna do it? How is the wig gonna maintain integrity throughout the shoot? That was a bit of a challenge, but we figured it out and it looked amazing.
There was a whole discussion about what he is, because he's part human, he's part Klingon, so the beard sort of works for that. And he's part Tellarite, who also have beards. I've just always had an interest in the aliens, and the idea of the makeup is exciting to me. You know, an alien is fun.
Alex Kurtzman challenged us. He wanted some non-prosthetic aliens that still read great on camera, that would hold up into a close-up with pops of color, and you know, we started delivering. And the more we do it, the better we get at it.
We wanted them to kind of stand alone and be a little different from our prosthetic aliens. I followed Shauna's lead with the skin color, and then we kind of either do contrasting hair or same color hair.
We want to make sure that it's colors that have never been seen before. So we started making custom colors and just making it different, because they had the Andorians and the Orions, so we kind of stayed away from those colors.
They're getting their close-ups, we're getting feedback online. You know, people are really interested, like, who is that character? What are they? What's their species? Which is really fun.
Alex just kept saying them and going, okay, more, push it from there. And so we did it, and it's been great.
I'm really, really proud of the looks that came out of season 1.
For the past 7 months on set, I have been Jaden. I have been in my prosthetics, in my full costume. So a lot of people that work on set have never seen my actual face in real life. So at the rap party, I pulled up like this, like fresh fly myself, pull it up like, hey y'all. And some people are like, who is, I'm like, yo, it's me, it's Karim, it's Jaden, I'm here. They're like, oh. So I'm literally meeting some people for the first time as myself at the rap party. It was really cool. It was fun to to introduce myself.